Today on the broken stove, we're going to use all these ingredients and chicken. So stay tuned, it's coming up next. Greetings and welcome back to another episode of The Broken Stove. We'd like to start out by saying thank you to everybody who's been watching our YouTube channel. We hope you find it entertaining and tasty. Today we're going to have grilled island chicken, coconut rice, and black beans, and we are going to be using most of these ingredients. But to kick everything off with, we're going to start by making some frozen margaritas with mango chunks. We're also going to have hot legs with some Frank's hot sauce, so we're going to start getting that all prepared for you. So stay tuned and stand by. Alright, today with our margaritas, we have our margarita mix, and we have our Jose Cuervo Gold. It's a 2-to-1 mixture. We've put some ice chunks in here. We're going to put some mangoes in. Our Jose Cuervo Gold has a 1795 year stamped on the bottle right there. This was probably made about the same time. So we're just going to do a little blending. Get that good mixed up. We're going to add some frozen mango chunks. Get those blended in there. What we're going to do is we're just going to wait till the color changes a little bit. Chunked up. And we'll put them in the freezer, and we'll have some margaritas in a little while. Now that our margaritas are in the freezer chilling, we're going to get our chicken legs, make hot legs out of them. After we get our chicken ready to go, I always use Frank's red hot sauce. This always cooks clean, gives it a nice flavor. It's best to let it go overnight, but just for a couple hours is good. Just kind of leave them up a little bit. We'll cover them up. Then here in a few minutes we'll prepare our grill and cook them and make our hot legs. Now that our beautiful mango margaritas are prepared and ready for consumption, very delicious. We're going to turn it over to my wife, and she's going to show us how to make our island grilled chicken.
Grilled island chicken. Basically, we live on an island on the panhandle of Florida. I've got 12 skinless. I took the skin off. I use chicken thighs, but I have the bone in. I like to do that on the grill. Retains moisture and flavor, and the meat just falls right off. I'm basically going to do the marinade right now. This has to make the marinade, put it in the bag, refrigerate it overnight, let it marinate overnight. Alright. Going to use my blender right here. I have about, and you can adjust your recipe however you like it, whatever is to your taste. I usually take a recipe or something I've eaten in a restaurant or something I've tried before, and I make it to my taste, how I like it. I have about 6 or 7 cloves of garlic smashed, peeled and smashed, 1 jalapeno, fresh jalapeno chopped, de-veined or de-seeded, take the membrane out. I have about the juice of about 5 or 6 limes, which for some reason my limes were not very juicy today that I bought at the store, but that's alright. Lime juice, half cup of pineapple juice. Pineapple's a natural marinade for meat. We have half of a bunch of fresh chopped cilantro. And I'm going to use 1 cup of tequila.
That's my girl.
That's going to go in the blender. I'm going to start blending all this together. During the blending process, I'm going to take 1/4 cup of olive oil and drizzle it in and let it emulsify as it goes in. So I need to turn that down a little bit. A lot of people use food processors. I like my old school blender. It works just fine. Drizzle it in. I can smell all those ingredients. I can smell garlic, cilantro, lime. I can't smell the tequila. I can taste it. Chicken. Beautiful marinade. That's gonna go in the refrigerator overnight. We're gonna grill it tomorrow. And we're gonna have coconut rice, black beans, there's a glow garlic. Didn't get blended. Alright. There you go.
Okay, now that our island chicken's marinating in that beautiful marinade my wife made, our hot legs have been soaking in the Frank sauce, and I got a medium heat on my grill. We're going to go ahead and put this on the grill and let these start cooking and get this little snack, delicious snack going. I've got my smaller grill today. There's no need to power up the big grill. We're just doing some small cooking, but I roll these around a little bit more in the Franks just to get another good last coating on it, and just get that going just like that. I'll flip these legs about every 2 or 3 minutes just to get a good flavor and a good crust, get that skin nice and taut on it, and then we're just going to keep going from there. It usually takes about an hour, and these are going to turn out very yummy. Look how yummy these are cooking up. Nice. Gonna be tender. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take these off the grill, put them on a plate, go put them in the oven just to kind of coat the skin so we don't burn the chicken, the meat, and just kind of crisp up the chicken a little bit in the oven, and then sit down and kind of enjoy these. Remember, our other chicken's still marinating. That's gonna be good too. Keep watching. Well, our hot legs are a hit. Our chicken is still marinating. We did a little bit of a salad. I hid one back as a little bonus. And the margaritas are delicious. Stay tuned while we cook that. Today's show is brought to you in part by and if you would like to advertise on our show and our website, please contact us, thebrokenstove@gmail.com. Again, That's thebrokenstove@gmail.com if you would like to advertise on our website and or on our show. Now back to the cooking. Now that our island chicken has marinated all night long, I've got it on a medium to high heat grill. I'm supposed to flip it every 5 to 8 minutes until it's done. Now remember, the bone's in, and also sometimes you got to realize if it gets too hot, the sugar in some of that marinade and the pineapple juice that we use could crystallize. But so far, everything's looking real good. But don't forget to flip it every 5 to 8 minutes to make sure that you get it cooked and cooked all the way through. Look how nice that's cooking up. Remember, you need to flip it every 5 to 6 minutes. Keep the flare-ups to a minimum and keeps the juices flowing, because the bone is still in this chicken. I wish y'all could smell this with that marinade that we made. This is delicious.
Okay, our island chicken is off the grill. We're gonna put it in this bowl and let it rest for just a few minutes, just a little while, in a warm place. Cover it up, and then let it rest. All the juices flow back into the meat and keep it all nice and hot and juicy. I've already prepared the rice. I have a Japanese rice cooker that does all the work for you. I love this thing. It does everything exactly for you. Just follow the instructions of your rice cooker. I'm making coconut rice using coconut milk. It's a culinary coconut milk. This is a non-dairy product. You can buy this in any grocery store. I use half of this and half of the water that your rice calls for in your recipe. So however you make your rice, half coconut milk, half water, and I use jasmine rice. I use it for everything, no matter if I'm cooking American, Mexican, Asian. I buy this from a little store down the road, Miss Faye's little store. She has a little Asian store down the road. Jasmine rice. Turns out perfect every time in my rice cooker. When we're doing a little island Caribbean twist, the coconut is a very nice twist to it. Turns out perfect every time. It's beautiful, beautiful, fluffy rice. It's done. It's going to stay in my rice cooker. It'll stay in this cooker for 2 or 3 days. Perfect rice. You can use this for another dish when you're done. You can use it for another meal. I make enough to do 2 or 3 meals. So that's how I do my coconut rice. Okay, another side dish we're going to make with our island chicken is just simply black beans. And you can make very simple, delicious dishes and use store-bought shortcuts. This is a can of whole black beans. This stuff is magic. A lot of bean dishes, if you use ham hock or bacon, that adds a lot of fat to it. This is ham seasoning, 0 fat. 100% flavor, 0 fat. So I always add this to a lot of my bean dishes, regardless of what bean dish I'm using. Green bean casserole, baked beans, bean soup, 1 package. Low sodium as well. Alright, magic powder. A little bit of onion powder. And that's it. We're going to have some black beans on the side with our coconut rice, with our island chicken. And we have some mango pineapple salsa coming up. Alright, so our island chicken sitting in the oven waiting for us to debone it, shred it up, pull it off the bones. We're going to use that later on. Got the beans going, the black beans, got the rice done, coconut rice is done. Need a couple of condiments. I'm going to make some fresh mango pineapple salsa. I'm using frozen mango chunks. I've thawed them out a little bit. They're just as good as anything that you buy fresh. Things don't have to be complicated. I'm going to smash them up just a little bit. They're pretty small chunks already, but we want to give it a little bit. Okay. And when you look at a mango recipe, they want you to put tomatoes and cilantro and jalapeno and onions and garlic and all that stuff. That's all good, but we can make it just as easy, just as simple, or more simple. I got some crushed pineapple. I'm going to throw just a little bit of that in there, not much. You want it to be mango salsa. Got a little bit of crushed pineapple. We're going to use some freshly chopped cilantro because that's going to tie that marinade flavor in of the island chicken that we marinated with lime juice, pineapple juice, cilantro, garlic, tequila. Instead of using tomatoes and onions and all that, I'm going to use some really good brand restaurant style salsa. It's got the peppers, it's got the onions, it's got the tomatoes. That's all you need. Simple. Don't have to go through all the trouble of cutting up tomatoes and all that. It's going to make it just as wonderful, just as tasty as a nice complement and condiment. And it's going to be some mango salsa. And it's going to be fresh and wonderful. I'm going to throw this and chill it. Might need a little bit of salt. A little bit of sea salt. A little bit of pepper. Taste this. Perfect to me. It's going to chill for a minute while we get our chicken ready. Rice is ready. Black beans are ready. Sauce is ready. We got some more condiments that are going to go. You're going to love it. We're ready to plate up our island chicken with coconut rice and black beans. Serve with warm tortilla shells, mango pineapple salsa, freshly made, some fresh greens, some freshly grated pepper jack cheese, some sour cream. Now for the star of the show.
Oh, thank you, honey. I'm glad you invited me to come to this party.
No, I said the star of the show.
Oh, man.
Here's our chickens been sitting in the oven, off the grill. We pulled it off the bone. That way you can just serve up however much you want on your plate. Delish.
For it. 5. Okay.
And Skipper says, and that right there is better than a restaurant.
As you can see, I had no problem getting a happy plate. Thanks for watching this episode of The Broken Stove. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. This is very tasty. We want to thank you again for watching our show. Be sure to check back often. Bon appetit, enjoy, and remember, this is always better than a
Restaurant.